Sri Lanka, the Pearl of the Indian Ocean, a comprehensive overview. Sri Lanka, an island nation shimmering in the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean, has captivated travelers and traders for centuries. Its rich history, diverse culture, stunning landscapes, and warm hospitality have earned it the moniker, the Pearl of the Indian Ocean. This article delves into the multifaceted aspects of Sri Lanka, exploring its geographic tapestry, political framework, historical journey, linguistic and ethnic composition, economic engines, captivating tourist attractions, and its unique monetary heritage. 1. Geographic location and landscape. Nestled southeast of the Indian subcontinent, Sri Lanka lies between latitudes 5°55 and 9°50, north and longitudes 79°42 and 81°53, east. Separated from India by the Palk Strait and the Gulf of Mannar, the two landmasses are connected by a shallow chain of limestone shoals known as Adam's Bridge, or Rama's Bridge. The island spans approximately 65,610 square kilometers, boasting a coastline of around 1,340 kilometers. Sri Lanka's topography is remarkably diverse for its size. The south-central region is dominated by a mountainous massif, often referred to as the hill country, with elevations reaching over 2,500 meters. Pidiruthagala, at 2,524 meters, stands as the island's highest peak. This region is characterized by rolling hills carpeted in lush tea plantations, cascading waterfalls, and mist-shrouded valleys. Surrounding the highlands are broad plains, stretching towards the coast. These lowlands are home to fertile agricultural lands and are intersected by numerous rivers, the longest being the Mahaveli Ganga, approximately 335 kilometers. The coastal belt exhibits a variety of landscapes, from sandy beaches fringed with palm trees in the west and south to rugged cliffs and rocky outcrops in the east. Lagoons, estuaries, and mangrove swamps dot the coastline, contributing to the island's rich biodiversity. Sri Lanka experiences a tropical climate influenced by monsoon winds. Two main monsoon seasons bring rainfall to different parts of the island at different times of the year. The southwest monsoon, May to September, affects the western and southwestern regions, while the northeast monsoon, December to February, impacts the eastern and northern areas. The intermonsoonal periods, March to April and October to November, bring localized convectional rains. Temperatures generally remain warm and humid throughout the year, with variations depending on altitude. The hill country enjoys a cooler climate compared to the warmer coastal plains. Significant geographical features include Adam's Peak, Sri Pa, a sacred mountain revered by multiple religions, Sigiriya Rock, an ancient rock fortress with remarkable frescoes, and the Knuckles mountain range, a biodiversity hotspot. Major rivers like the Mahaveli Ganga, Kelani Ganga, and Valave Ganga play crucial roles in irrigation and hydroelectric power generation. 2. Political status and governance. Sri Lanka operates as a democratic socialist republic with a semi-presidential system. The constitution, adopted in 1978 and subsequently amended, establishes a separation of powers among the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. The president is the head of state, head of government, and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Directly elected by popular vote for a 5-year term, limited to 2 terms, the president appoints the prime minister and the cabinet of ministers. The president holds significant executive powers, including appointing and dismissing ministers, dissolving parliament under certain conditions, and assenting to legislation. The parliament is the supreme legislative body, consisting of a unicameral legislature with 225 members elected through a system of proportional representation. Parliament is responsible for enacting laws, approving the national budget, and holding the government accountable. The judicial system is independent and comprises a hierarchy of courts, with the Supreme Court as the highest court of appeal. It interprets the constitution and laws, ensuring their fair application. Major political parties in Sri Lanka include the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramana, SLPP, the Samgi Jana Balavekya, SJB, and the United National Party, UNP, each with distinct ideologies and voter bases. Recent political developments have included economic challenges, constitutional debates, and shifts in political alliances. 3. A concise history. Sri Lanka boasts a rich history stretching back millennia. Archaeological evidence suggests human habitation as early as 125,000 years ago. The arrival of Buddhism in the 3rd century BCE, brought by the missionary Mahinda, son of Emperor Ashoka, profoundly shaped the island's culture and civilization. The establishment of the ancient kingdoms of Anuradhapura, 3rd century BCE, 11th century CE, and Polonnaruwa, 11th to 13th century CE, witnessed the flourishing of art, architecture, and sophisticated irrigation systems. Magnificent stupas, intricate carvings, and vast reservoirs stand as testaments to this golden era. The island experienced periods of internal conflict and South Indian invasions before the arrival of European powers. The Portuguese were the first to arrive in 1505, establishing coastal trading posts and gradually gaining control over parts of the island. In the 17th century, the Dutch replaced the Portuguese, expanding their influence and focusing on trade, particularly in spices. The inland Kandyan kingdom managed to maintain its independence until the early 19th century. In 1796, the British gained control of the maritime provinces, and by 1815 they had defeated the Kandyan kingdom, establishing the Crown Colony of Ceylon. British rule brought significant changes, including infrastructure development, roads, railways, tea plantations, the introduction of a plantation economy, and the establishment of a centralized administration. However, it also led to social and economic disparities. The 20th century witnessed a growing nationalist movement advocating for self-rule. After decades of peaceful struggle and negotiations, Ceylon gained independence on 4 February 1948, becoming a dominion within the British Commonwealth. In 1972, the country adopted a new constitution and became the Republic of Sri Lanka. Post-independence, Sri Lanka faced significant challenges, including ethnic tensions that tragically escalated into a prolonged civil war. While the war officially ended in 2009, its impact continues to shape the socio-political landscape. Other significant historical events include the adoption of socialist-leaning economic policies in the 1970s and subsequent shifts towards a more open market economy. 4. Languages and ethnic groups. Sri Lanka has 2 official languages, Sinhala and Tawil. Sinhala is the mother tongue of the Sinhalese, the majority ethnic group, who primarily reside in the central, western, and southern parts of the island. Tamil is spoken by the Sri Lankan Tamils, who have a long history in the northern and eastern provinces, and the Indian Tamils, who were brought to the island by the British in the 19th and 20th centuries to work on tea and rubber plantations in the central highlands. English is widely used in government, commerce, and education and serves as a link language between different ethnic communities. Its proficiency is generally higher in urban areas. The major ethnic groups in Sri Lanka are the Sinhalese, approximately 75%, Sri Lankan Tamils, around 11%, Sri Lankan Moors, Muslims, about 9%, and Indian Tamils, around 4%. There are also smaller communities like the Burghers, descendants of European colonists, and the Malayas. This rich ethnic diversity contributes to a vibrant cultural tapestry, with distinct traditions, religions, primarily Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity, and customs. However, intergroup relations have historically been complex, marked by periods of harmony and conflict. Efforts towards reconciliation and national unity remain ongoing. 5. Economy and key industries. Sri Lanka's economy is a mixed economy with significant contributions from agriculture, manufacturing, and services. Historically reliant on agriculture, particularly tea, rubber, and coconut, the service sector has become increasingly dominant in recent decades. Tea remains a crucial export commodity, with Sri Lanka renowned for its high-quality Ceylon tea. Rubber and coconut products also contribute to the agricultural export earnings. The manufacturing sector includes textiles and apparel, food processing, and the production of rubber-based products. Tourism has emerged as a significant economic driver, attracting visitors with the island's natural beauty, historical sites, and cultural experiences. The industry suffered setbacks due to the Civil War and, more recently, the Easter Sunday bombings and the COVID-19 pandemic, but efforts are underway to revitalize it. The service sector encompasses a wide range of activities, including retail, finance, transportation, and information technology. Remittances from Sri Lankans working abroad also play a vital role in the national economy. Sri Lanka has faced significant economic challenges in recent years, including high levels of debt, currency depreciation, and inflationary pressures. The government is implementing various economic policies aimed at stabilization and sustainable growth, focusing on attracting foreign investment, boosting exports, and managing debt. Key opportunities lie in further developing tourism, expanding the manufacturing base, leveraging its strategic location for trade, and investing in renewable energy and technology. 6. Major tourist attractions. Sri Lanka's allure lies in its diverse attractions, catering to various interests. Times historical sites. The ancient cities of Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa, UNESCO World Heritage Sites, showcase well-preserved ruins of ancient kingdoms, including magnificent stupas, intricate irrigation systems, and impressive rock carvings. Sigiriya, another UNESCO site, is an awe-inspiring rock fortress with stunning frescoes and panoramic views. The sacred city of Kandy, home to the temple of the tooth relic, Sri Dala Maligwa, is a significant cultural and religious center. The historic city of Galle, with its well-preserved Dutch fort, offers a glimpse into the colonial past. Times natural attractions. Sri Lanka boasts numerous national parks teeming with wildlife. Yala National Park is famous for its leopard population, while Vilpattu National Park is the largest on the island and home to diverse flora and fauna. Udvalave National Park is renowned for its elephant sightings. The Central Highlands offer breathtaking hill country landscapes with verdant tea estates, cascading waterfalls like Diuma Falls and Ravna Falls, and scenic train journeys through towns like Nuvara Eliya, Little England, and Ayla. The pristine beaches along the coastline, such as those in Unapana, Mirisa, Bentota, and Arugam Bay, are popular for relaxation, surfing, and water sports. The unique appeal of Sri Lanka's tourist attractions lies in the blend of ancient history, vibrant culture, stunning natural beauty, and the warmth of its people. 7. Currency of Sri Lanka. The official currency of Sri Lanka is the Sri Lankan rupee, abbreviated as LKR. As of 13th April 2025, the approximate exchange rate is times $1 USD 305 to 315 Sri Lankan rupees LKR times €1 EUR 332 345 Sri Lankan rupees LKR. Please note that these exchange rates fluctuate and should be checked with financial institutions or currency converters for the most up-to-date information. 8. Bank notes of Sri Lanka. The current series of Sri Lankan bank notes includes the following denominations. Times 10 rupees. Features a likeness of Sri Vikrama Rajsinghe, the last king of Kandy, and a traditional drummer. Times 20 rupees. Depicts Sri Lanka's indigenous bird, the Serendib Scops owl, and the Lakshapna Falls. Times 50 rupees. Shows the Sri Lankan leopard and the Sri Lankan rose, a tree. Times 100 rupees. Features the Sri Lankan bush warbler and the Knuckles mountain range. Times 500 rupees. Displays the Sri Lankan blue magpie and the Central Highlands landscape. Times 1000 rupees. Features the Asian elephant and the Vergala reservoir. Times 2000 rupees. Depicts the purple-faced leaf monkey and the Sinharaja Forest Reserve. Times 5000 rupees. Shows the lion of Sri Lanka and the ancient Yapava Kingdom rock fortress. The designs on the current bank notes showcase Sri Lanka's rich biodiversity, cultural heritage, and historical landmarks. 9. Coins of Sri Lanka. The current denominations of Sri Lankan coins include times 1 rupee. Features the coat of arms of Sri Lanka. Times 2 rupees. Depicts a stylized floral design. Times 5 rupees. shows the Ruvambilisaya stupa in Anuradhapura. Times 10 rupees features the Sri Dala Maligwa, Temple of the Tooth, in Kandy. While cents were previously in circulation, example 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, 50 cents, they are now rarely used in everyday transactions due to their low value and inflation. They may still be encountered but are not commonly issued. The designs on the coins often reflect Sri Lanka's cultural and religious symbols. 10 Old currency of Sri Lanka. Historically, Sri Lanka has used various forms of currency. Under British rule, the currency was linked to the Indian rupee before the establishment of the Ceylon rupee, which later became the Sri Lankan rupee. Older denominations of rupees and cents feature different designs and sometimes different materials. For instance, older coins might have been larger or made of different metals. Early banknotes also had distinct artistic renderings of historical figures, colonial administrators, or national symbols. Examples of older currency include larger-sized banknotes with portraits of British monarchs or early Ceylonese leaders. Older coins may have featured different national symbols or inscriptions reflecting the colonial era. Some pre-decimalization currency might also be of interest to collectors, although this is less common as Sri Lanka adopted a decimal system relatively early in its independent history. 11. Availability of old coins for collectors and its numismatic value. Old Sri Lankan coins can be found by collectors through various avenues. Antique shops and coin dealers both in Sri Lanka and internationally are potential sources. Major cities in Sri Lanka, particularly those with historical significance or tourist presence, might have shops specializing in antiques and collectibles. Online marketplaces and auction sites dedicated to numismatics offer a global platform for buying and selling old coins. Websites of international coin dealers often have sections dedicated to Asian or South Asian coinage. Numismatic societies and collector groups, both in Sri Lanka and overseas, can be valuable resources for finding old coins through member trading, auctions, or referrals. Attending coin shows and exhibitions can also provide opportunities to acquire historical currency. The value of old Sri Lankan coins is influenced by several factors. Times rarity. Coins with low mintages or those from specific historical periods are generally more valuable. Times condition. Well-preserved coins with minimal wear and tear command higher prices. Grading by reputable numismatic organizations can significantly impact value. Times historical significance. Coins associated with important historical events or figures may have added value. Times metal content. The intrinsic value of the metal, example silver, gold, can contribute to the coin's worth, although for most circulating coins, numismatic value far outweighs metal value. Times errors. Coins with minting errors can sometimes be highly sought after by collectors. Times demand. The interest and demand from collectors for specific coins also play a crucial role in determining their market value. Collectors should research the specific coins they are interested in and consult with experienced numismatists or reputable dealers to understand their potential value and authenticity. 12. Conclusion. Sri Lanka, the resplendent pearl of the Indian Ocean, is a nation brimming with a captivating blend of ancient heritage, vibrant culture, breathtaking natural beauty, and warm-hearted people. From its strategic geographic location and diverse landscapes to its rich history, complex political journey, and multicultural society, Sri Lanka offers a unique and enriching experience. Despite facing economic and social challenges, its resilient spirit and potential in sectors like tourism and manufacturing point towards a promising future. The tangible remnants of its past, including its unique currency and the availability of historical coinage, serve as reminders of its long and fascinating journey through time. Sri Lanka continues to charm and captivate, solidifying its place as a jewel in the Indian Ocean.